I'm back. Rhodes Rants on the rise of Palpatine. Oh, good God. The Rise of Palpatine novelization has come out, and now there's fallout from that. There is an explanation of why the Emperor lives, even though technically he's in a clone, but no, his essence is over there. So, by the way, that does not stop the destruction of Anakin's right as the chosen one. This does not explain it away, so that is still a major failure of the movie. Look, if it happened in the movie, it is what it is. Okay? This is from the novelization directly. Wave after wave of triumph emanated from him. Along it came knowledge and memories. Maybe it was their shared blood that enabled her to see his thoughts. Wait a minute, he's a clone. And his son's a clone. But somehow she could, and Rey saw it then, how he'd done it. Because we didn't put it in the movie, by the way. What he was about to do again. Falling down a massive shaft. The betrayal and sharp stinging, a figure high above, black clad and helmeted, and shrinking fast. His very own apprentice had turned against him, the way himself had turned against Plagueis, whose secret to immortality he had stolen. Plagueis had not acted fast enough in his own moment of death, but Sidious, sensing the flickering light in his apprentice, had been ready for years. So falling, dying Emperor called on all the dark power of the Force to thrust his consciousness far, far away to a secret place he had been preparing. His body was dead in an empty vessel long before it found the bottom of the shaft, and his mind jolted to the new awareness in a new body, a painful one, a temporary one. It was too soon. A secret place had not completed its preparations. But Sidious, sensing the flickering light in his apprentice, had been ready for years. It was too soon. The secret place had not completed its preparation. We've got contradictory information in 2 consecutive paragraphs. He has been ready forever. Oh, but no, the preparations were not ready. The transfer was imperfect. The cloned body wasn't enough. Perhaps Plagueis was having the last laugh after all. Maybe his secret remained a secret because Palpatine was trapped in a broken, dying form. The heretics of the Sith Eternal, splicing genes, bolstering tissue, creating unnatural abominations in hope that one of these strand casts would succeed and become a worthy receptacle. The heretics would do anything, risk anything, sacrifice anything to create a cradle for the gods' consciousness. Kaminoans? Anybody? The cloners? Anyone? You created a clone army. And you know where it happened. Why do they not have 10 cloned bodies ready for you? Not these ass clowns. But, you know, the ones you created an army from, you could have dropped into a Jango Fett, man. Really? God. Has any of these people seen a Star Wars? Do you do Star Wars? Excuse me. Do you have any Star Wars in your Star Wars? I put in my, oh no, I was going to use a thumbnail in my last video that said they were just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. I don't know, maybe that'll make the cut on this video. This is insane. this is trying to explain away a bunch of missteps this whole trilogy has taken. All kinds of missteps. Look, y'all let Rian Johnson dumpster fire the thing. You get to lay in the bed that you made Lucasfilm. If you want some honest advice, shit can this trilogy. Just shit can it. Get the right president in there. Get the right storytellers. Hell, Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni. Get George Lucas in the building. Let him hold Baby Yoda while he's telling you what story he wants to have done. And remake the sequel trilogy. You know what? It's the only true way you save Star Wars. Shit can this. He shoots, he scores. Shit can it. Bring George in. Have him hold Baby Yoda while he's sitting back watching Filoni and Favreau do their thing on a new sequel trilogy while Mark Hamill is still young enough to be involved. Don't involve Leia and Han. Their story concludes at the end of Return of the Jedi. If you want to have de-age something happen in The Mandalorian, fine. But their story is done. It's Mark Hamill now, Luke Skywalker. And let George just sit back and, well, you know, I think we ought to, you know, let's bring Darth Maul back. Don't care. As long as it comes from the mind of George, I'm good with that. Of course, I'm making light on the fact he knocked on Filoni's door and said, hey, let's bring Darth Maul back. And then closed the door and walked out. One of the greatest stories ever. It doesn't matter. Just shit can this thing. It didn't work. Make this Legends, move it over, start back anew so you can restore the legacy of Anakin and Luke. If you restore the legacy of Anakin and Luke, you've got Star Wars back. And you got a bunch of fans back. As long as George is doing the story and you got the right people directing and producing and all that stuff that's not named Kathleen Kennedy, and Rian Johnson is nowhere in the stratosphere, then you've got something worked out. This is terrible. But Sidious, sensing flickering light in his apprentice, had been ready for years. Next paragraph, first line. It was too soon. I mean, come on. Son of a bitch. Okay? Nobody reads this stuff before they release it. Nobody. Bob Chapek, Kathleen Kennedy, can you do something with her? Get her transitioned out to her lateral / upward movement in Disney and out of Lucasfilm. This is embarrassing. The whole thing's embarrassing, but this is embarrassing because there's like retcons of a movie that's less than 3 months old now. After you had to do retcons of the terrible movie that came before The Rise of Skywalker, The Rise of Palpatine. I am done. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
King Kong in the trunk.